Our reporter Calvin Dludla spoke to Sihle Sibisi, a GBV activist, after today's proceedings.
In a Protea Magistrate Court, where we were attending a case of a 24-year-old male facing multiple charges ranging from murder and rape. Let me include GBV activists who were also present in court. Sibisi, thank you very much for your time. What would be your reaction as GBV activist on what transpired in court today?
I think what transpired in court today, we welcome the fact that so far bail is not granted, because he's still looking forward to have a bail application done. But we welcome what the NPA said, that there's no prospects of him getting bail, because number one, is an undocumented foreigner, non-South African citizen who's in the country. Number two, it's a Schedule 6 crime, rape and murder put together. So we are just welcoming the fact that this case, we want to make sure that justice is achieved and justice is not denied, because at the end of the day, gender-based violence is a scourge that people are living under within the community on a daily basis.
This is a serious offense. As GBV activists, when you heard about this case, what was your reaction?
When we heard about this case, my reaction was one of a traumatic person, because I could only, as a mother myself, I had to put myself in the shoes of the parents of this child, because when you listen to what the mother said when she found her daughter, how she found the child, and for me as a gender-based violence and femicide activist, what pushes us is to say, until when? Can our government not fuel and add more resources in terms of educating, amplifying gender-based violence and femicide as a scourge that it is? I mean, 4 days before our elections this year, Honorable President Cyril Ramaphosa signed into law, model laws about gender-based violence and femicide, but we are yet to see the implementation of such. Do you understand? So if the same they did for COVID, if they could put funds, resources to educate so that people can know, even people at the grassroots, to say these are the after effects, the consequences of what you're doing, surely the education will trickle down and people will stop these things. But as activists, we are greatly shattered.
Do you think law enforcement agencies here in South Africa are winning the battle against GBV?
Well, law enforcement agencies, I think they are trying. We won't say they are winning 100%. They are trying. At the end of the day, they also are human beings. They also are faced with their own battles, where we are still making noise to say, can they also get psychological intervention? Because behind a policeman, there's a person. Behind the uniform, there's a person. And you find the person himself is possibly a perpetrator or a victim of GBV within their home, and they come and work. So they can't give forth 100% of what they're supposed to give. And I mean, also today, seeing the minister in court, for me, most people were happy. I was not extremely excited, because I said, why is it in our country that ministers, people in authority, only come when there's a dead body? Why don't they normalize it that on a daily basis they are in court, they see what's happening with the system and everything? Because for us now, this case is amplified only because there's a dead body there. If there was no dead body, trust me, we don't think our law enforcement, our ministers would be here heavily guarded as they were today. This is a journey that on a daily basis, activists are walking with families on a daily basis, with and without the funding from the government itself.
Thank you very much. Well, that was Sihle Sibisi, a GBV activist, reacting on what happened inside this court. The case has been postponed to the 1st of November 2024 for bail application. My name is Calvin Dludla for SABC News in Soweto.